Ooh, it's kind of hazy and cloudy today. Not the best way to wrap up your week, but it's the time that we were given to get some cooler temperatures. So, do we like it? I guess that's more of a subjective question. Temperatures are continuing to fall throughout the day. Yeah, they're not getting warmer. It's because that cold front pushed in pretty early this morning. So whatever we were up to earlier today, that was the warmest we would get. We're going to continue this nice little cooling phase for the rest of the evening until early tomorrow morning. All right, northeast wind sustained 23 miles an hour, so that's not too bad. High humidity given a lot of that cloud cover despite a lot of that blowing dust. Wind gusts themselves getting up to about 40 miles an hour out of Big Spring, 36 in Odessa, 39 in Marfa. Most of it is still that strong northerly wind keeping you nice and cool, but also bringing up enough wind that we do have some of that localized blowing dust and some of that localized flying debris as well. So watch out. Wind advisory and blowing dust advisory are still in effect for the next couple of hours. A lot of this will calm down once we get beyond sunset tonight. Until then, though, we got unhealthy for some in today's air quality. Yeah, that basically means if you have any kind of breathing or heart problems, typically small children or elderly, you want to avoid being outdoors until the air quality improves. All right. Radar just shows a lot of this cloud cover, a little bit of that blowing dust underneath that cloud cover too. You can probably see a little bit of a break in there, but overall expect this cloud cover to linger around throughout the overnight hours. But overnight tonight, look at these temperatures. Ooh, okay, that's actually where we should be for conditions. Yeah, it took a strong cold front to do it, but you know what? We will take it. And what about tomorrow, your Saturday grilling forecast? Well, we're going to be stuck with a lot of cloud cover throughout the majority of the day. Then once the sun comes out by the late evening, we slowly begin warming up. But by the time that happens, the sun goes back down. So we only max out in those low to mid 60s. All right, let's watch it all play out on the future track. Lots of heavy cloud cover, maybe an isolated sprinkle around Big Lake, Ozona, and San Angelo. Less than 10% coverage is expected, though. Saturday evening, look how nice it is. Southerly winds return for your Sunday. That's going to allow temperatures to quickly go back to those 80s and potentially some of those 90s. So here's that outlook for tomorrow. Mix of 60s and 70s across the state. We go up into the 80s by your Sunday, and then starting off next week, it's getting hot again. A few of those 90s popping in, mainly along the panhandle as well. So are you ready for more of that heat? Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with it. A quick dip on Wednesday and maybe by next weekend too. So at least we have a couple more cooler days ahead, Jolena.
I'm so glad we're not in the